A final goodbye to Clay County Sheriff's Deputy Ben Zirbel. 4 days ago, Zirbel died of injuries from a crash on Blanding Boulevard while he was on duty. Today, Florida Governor Rick Scott joined officers to pay respects to the fallen deputy. First Coast News' Troy Kless was at Zirbel's funeral today.
While that may be gone, his spirit will live on each and every one of us.
Deputy Ben Zirbel's brother staying strong in front of hundreds of people packed into St. Luke's Catholic Church in Middleburg. The law enforcement community acting as a support system to Zirbel's family.
To say that they've held up well would be an understatement. We're proud of them. They've got shoulders to lean on here with the sheriff's office, and you know, their family extends far beyond the blood that they have related to them. It extends to the sheriff's office, and we will always stand by that.
They also stood to honor Deputy Zirbel, who would greet everyone with a smile, and he was a man who loved his family and his brothers and sisters in the sheriff's office. That love spread to agencies across the state.
We work together day in and day out and have a lot of relationships, you know, far beyond county lines, obviously. So easy for us to be here today and I show the honor and respect to the family and to Ben that he deserved.
Like this plane flying for Ben, Zirbel is looking down on his family and friends who miss him dearly.
Ben's memory will never disappear, though him as a human being involved in our lives has. But just like that flyover, it leaves an impression. So does Ben Zirbel's life.
A life these men and women were grateful to be in. In Middleburg, Troy Kless, First Coast News, on your side.